I'm Diane Sayos and I'm 19 years old. My major is dance major. I am a psych minor and I'm trying to do my master's in education at the same time. I'm Filipino and it's a given. People say like, oh, Filipinos, are you a nurse? They always ask that question after you say you're Filipino. That's one. And second, in the Philippines when I was there, it's not a thing, but it is kind of like the hierarchy. Like technically we don't talk about it, but you could see that it exists, and it is considered that my family is part of the higher ups. So it's expected for us to be, I don't know, successful. And most of my family members either they own a business or they became a doctor or an accountant or a nurse, and nothing really focuses on the creative stuff, like the creative side of a person where everything is just like academics. That's how I would consider it. So to think that I'm doing something on the creative side of a person is just like absurd of me to think that I will go somewhere out of it. That's, I think, yes and no. I would say yes because the dance world is very huge. So there are still some people who cannot accept other races, but then now most people, like most choreographers, like say in companies, like they would be open about race. Like race doesn't matter. As long as you can do the art form, you're good. But there are, now I think it's not as big of an issue as it was before. I feel like it changed now, but it still exists somehow. So for me as a dancer and a choreographer, I feel like my biggest achievement would be when it was a year ago when I started teaching with my friend Key, and there are times where, you know how beginners start to learn dance classes and they think they look stupid because they think they're not doing it right, and then I just kept drilling them, be like, no, you can do it. And then going now, a year after, the same people I trained a year ago, they're like going in like the dance world, like they're part of dance crews outside, and I wouldn't take credit for it because it's their effort, it's their like passion about it. But I feel like for me, seeing them grow and they started taking a class from me, I feel like that would be my greatest accomplishment. I wanted to become a math teacher, but then my passion switched to dancing when I got here. So yeah, it's a long shift. It's a big shift actually.